Wonderful Friday afternoon after work. It is the first day of the last month of this year. Happy December. I hope you had a wonderful beginning of this exciting time of year. And we're going to continue with reading Ghana, the book about the enchantment of the world by Itagale Blower and Jason Laurie. And we talked about Cacophony National Park and how it's 88 feet above ground, and you could see so many of the elements of nature, so many animals and plant life, and you walk across this bridge and it's so narrow and it's just a vast expanse. Well, let's read more about nature. Yes, this exciting place. I was telling a student that one day perhaps I would like to have a residence in Ghana. He's like, go there. He's trying to be funny. That's okay. If he's listening, you know who you are. And I know someone who's there right now enjoying just the fruits of their labor and enjoying the surroundings. Well, right here is the upside down tree. And I want you to look at this because it looks like the roots are upside down, right? It looks like the roots are up in the air. Let's read about this special creation. Baobab tree is sometimes called the upside down tree because of its odd appearance. Yeah, it does look odd. It has a huge, thick trunk that grows very tall. Then from the top of the trunk, thin branches sprout that look more like the roots, right, than the branches. The baobab has no leaves most of the year. Isn't that strange looking? But that's a common tree there. And plant life. The kinds of trees and other plants that grow in Ghana vary greatly from region to region. Depending on the climate, along the coast, the plants are mainly tall grass and a kind of low growth called scrub. Plants from clumps around termite mounds, which are sometimes 10 feet, 3 meters tall. The savanna is mainly grassland. Some trees, such as baobabs, acacias, and shea trees, grow amid the savanna grassland. Look at this. Termites create mounds that contain chambers and a maze of tunnels. Millions of termites live in a large mound. Let's look here. Common trees in Ghana's southern forests include the silk cotton tree, the wawa tree, and the African mahogany. Forests once covered about 30,000 square miles, 80,000 square kilometers. But timber companies and farmers have reduced the amount dramatically. In some regions, as much as 90% of the forest cover is gone. When forests disappear, the soil cannot hold as much water. It dries up and the climate becomes hotter and drier. And this is a picture of a truck hauling away huge logs in Ghana. Logging, farming, and industry have destroyed the vast majority of Ghana's forests. Oh no. The government of Ghana is trying to reverse the loss of the forest by requiring that loggers replant trees. The Ministry of Lands, Forestry and Mines has also created a program to plant more than 346,000 acres, 140,000 hectares of forest in an effort to keep Ghana green. Digging mines often destroys forests. Some mining companies are now planting trees to grow new forests on mining sites. Oh, it's so important. Our element of nature. Well, you know what? I think along with talking about the forests and the trees, we skipped something about the lay of the land. Now we know that it's in West Africa, and we know that it's has several borders, Ghana. But let's look a little about the water. Like the city of Cape Cod lies on hills overlooking the Gulf of Guinea, and fishing boats line a beach in Abanze along the central coast. So the land is so beautiful. It's just so massive, and there's so much to learn about nature there. Most of Ghana is made up of flat plains and small rolling hills. The country is divided into 5 geographical regions. You have the coastal plains, the tropical forests, right? The Akwapim Togo ranges, the Volta Basin, and the high plains. And plains border the coast in the south of the country. The coast is a mix of sandy beaches and saltwater lagoons, moving eastward along the coast, away from the capital city of Accra. The land slopes upward, gradually forming small ridges and rounded valleys. These gentle hills are well suited for farming through low-lying areas, though low-lying areas become swampy during the rainy season. The changing wetlands make travel in this region very tricky. Boats must make their way around unmarked channels and sandbars that change shape as the water rises and recedes. In addition, the cold, rough surf of the Atlantic Ocean routinely pounds the coast, making shipping treacherous. Ghana, despite its long coastline, has no natural harbors. Artificial harbors have been built at Takoradi and Tema. So here we see Takoradi Port in the Twin Cities. So you see this beautiful port there. It's man-made. And then you see a map of Ghana. So it covers 92,456 miles. The largest artificial lake is Lake Volta. I think we went there. I think, some of the students took a swim there. The largest natural lake is Lake Basumtwi. All right, the highest elevation is Mount Afajado. The lowest elevation is sea level along the Atlantic Ocean. And the average high temperature, 88 degrees in Accra in January, and 81 degrees in July. So it sounds like you need to go there in the summer, our summers. Average low temperature in Accra, 73 degrees in both January and July. So yeah, anytime is a great time to visit Ghana. And like I said, you see the map here and the borders, and it's a great time. It's a great place. And we'll talk about more of the natural area as far as the tropical forests, tall trees above a thick tangle of low-growing plants and vines. Yeah, the forested region is divided into so many sub-regions, so farmers are able to grow thirsty cash crops such as cocoa and coffee. People also grow plantains, yams, cocoa yams, a starchy root to feed themselves. And the rugged Akwapim Togo ranges lie along the country's eastern border. The region is home to Ghana's highest point, and that's what we said, the Mount Afajado. All right, so we're gonna stop here. And no matter if you're in the mountain, the highs or the valleys, listen, we can enjoy, like I said, the people of Ghana, they're so happy. I'm telling you, they're spirited, they love, and no matter what, they see the good in everything. And I think we can learn a lot from them. All right, so enjoy your evening and look at the bright side and the high side of everything.